Okay, so I had to cut the last one short a little bit. Had some technical difficulties that I still haven't fully fixed. I'll be fixing that this weekend. But this will probably be a short one. I went through the free agents. I didn't feel the need to kind of record me thinking out loud. But last we left off was middle linebackers, and I was looking at Tremaine Tremaine Edmonds. I'm going to show you my targets here, but just kind of scan through. There was nobody really at outside linebacker that I was interested in. I did send an offer to McCollum, and nobody at safety. Kicker, we have a kicker. Punter, I'm going to look for in the draft. If not, I could always probably re-sign someone. But um, here are the four targets. So McCollum, Edmonds, Benton at defensive end, and then I went ahead and it was between Malik Willis and Daniel Jones. I lean towards Daniel Jones, much to maybe the dismay of some fans, but he's always been a Panthers fan, and I wouldn't mind him being a backup. So I I think he's got good intangibles for as far as athleticism. So gonna give him a shot. That leaves me with 6.91 million left in the cap. I don't have anyone that in free agency that I really want to sign. Since the I last streamed, I really thought long and hard about. I started to think about like, hey, maybe I need to just not assume. Like, how do I word it? Like, real life was kind of getting to me to where I think right now we're looking okay at defensive end in a 3-4 with Brown, Robinson, Wharton. Um, Crumedy is a young kid. He's going into his second year in this franchise. He's completed his second year, but I started to think like, no, dude, like this is Madden. This is a different franchise. I probably need to see if I can't stop the run some more. So I was looking, and I just beyond my target of Benton, who could most likely, if he signs, is going to be our starting defensive end in the 3-4. So it'll be Benton, Brown, and then Bobby Brown at nose tackle, and then I just couldn't find anyone else like that I would be interested in um, to kind of make a splash in the run game. Like someone like maybe Zach Allen was is possible, um, but he's 29 years old. Like I get he has a higher rating, but I'll take someone 4 years younger uh, with also a star rating. But yeah, there wasn't anyone here to really kind of make a dominant splash in the front three, in my opinion, that I was willing to pay for. Because like I said, they're old. But um, before we kind of advance this week, I'll just kind of share real quick how what I'm thinking. Probably if Jones signs, I'm probably going to cut Dalton, save 3.9 million, so that almost pays for his salary. I did look at offensive tackles. Oh, you know what? I think I forgot. I think that's the one thing. No, no, no. Never mind. Um, I was tempted to sign a guy, but he was like low 70s, mid 20s, and I'm thinking, man, I'm pretty darn certain I could find someone in the draft that's gonna be not that. If he's rated lower, it's not gonna be that much. So it's gonna be cheaper. Um, so I'm gonna go with the draft and kind of stick with Icky for now. Because remember, I still have Christensen. Who else could I? Who was I looking at that I could be most likely cap casualties? So let's go down the list here. Probably Zavala ain't gonna save much. Um, as I was talking about, I think I could save 7.63 million by cutting him. So if I find someone in the draft that could kind of be like a backup to anywhere in the front three. So right end, left end, or defensive or nose tackle, kind of like that seventh guy who could rotate should there be injuries. Um, then maybe I'll cut a Robinson. I may not need the cap space, so if I don't find one, or if I have another option, then I'm not gonna maybe not draft a guy. But just right now, we have six guys in the front three. If we get Benton, he'll be the seventh, and if I find someone in the draft, then maybe I could, like I said, I'll probably end up cutting Robinson and keep Grumedy. But what I like about Robinson is that at least aesthetically, um, he could technically be like a backup nose tackle or anywhere in the front three. So um, middle line, I'm probably gonna cut Jewel. That's gonna pay for Edmonds if he signs. I'm gonna wait to cut these guys until after the draft, of course, and then I was thinking I probably would cut Patrick Jones, save 6.4 million. Now in real life, he's probably gonna be better than DJ Johnson, but right now this is Madden. They're rated the same. They're the same age, but DJ Johnson is cheaper. Why is that important? If I could cut some extra excess fat here and there, is because I'm pretty sure that whatever cap space I save this year will some roll over into the following year. Probably like I mentioned in other videos, I'm probably gonna cut Smith Wade, um, sign McCollum if I can. So McCollum will probably be my second, and then I don't know, maybe Jackson's a casualty. I haven't really thought too much into it. That I'll probably think about later. But we'll have if we get to sign him, we'll have Horn, McCallum, Banks, Dotson, and then who knows, maybe one of these guys or someone I draft. So yeah, Jackson may be on the out, even though I think he was doing well, but he's regressed. And yeah, we did have a good pass defense for the most part. So I don't see any cap casualties here. But like I said, this might be short because I don't want to just sit here and uh, just continue to try and find words while I'm studying the pro days and all the draft prospects. That could take a while. I'll probably just do it offline and then create a list and then share it before I start the draft. But I don't know. I like to kind of study them all. See who the best options are. Create a draft board, if you will. All right. Okay, so these are my targets. Let's see. Let's evaluate the offers. Right now, we're the only team interested in these guys. So I gave McCollum a little bit more than 3.54. I don't remember the amount. Edmonds, I gave a good offer to. Um, Benton, a good offer. I think they're all good offers. I think they're just up there in the green under top offers. I just don't think they're going up that high because they weren't that interested. They're in the red. So let's see who we can. So no signings yet, but we're the only interested teams. So wait, none of these guys signed yet? Oh, there you go. Damn, bro, you're gonna leave me fucking hanging. Hmm. All right. All right. They're seeing what's out there. Okay, what happened? Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to do something with the team to fix something, but I'll take care of that later. All right, so mock draft 5 is already out and free agency isn't even done. Oh shit. All right, so the Jets came in, huh? Oh man, I'll up my offer. I got some money to play with. Can I do that? I like I said, I usually never sign a lot of free agents. All right, I think that's what I went with. I think I just want to go. I just want to make it happen. Bump this up a couple. I don't know, man. Hold on, let me back out. Does it say top off? Like, what is? It doesn't say, does it? Damn, man, that's only one target right there. That was highest rated free agent. Oh, fuck it, give him 3 years. I don't know. I'm wondering if that's not even going to be enough. But so then, what would I pay for his ass? So I was hoping not to have just be streaming and not do anything here. Just me thinking. Unprecedented access. 3.54. We're giving him about 5 a year. He could be a starting corner. I say we go a little bit more just to be safe. Can never have too many good corners. Let's go. Well, that's a bit. Is that too much? Let's go with 3.8, 6 million a year average, something like that. Oh man, we signed him. Woof! You're a fucking Panther, bro. Man, these fucking free agents aren't fucking easy, are they? Oh man. Let's see. So I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm forgetting. Well, let's take a look at the mock draft real quick. Okay, Jets go with quarterback. Ah, see, that was something that I was kind of, taking a look at. What? God, Cade goes to the Colts. Ooh, Anthony Richardson. Here's another dude I was kind of thinking about. Where's that Hill kid? Where did he go? What the? Oh yeah, he's all the way up here, man. Yeah, see, I didn't think in mock draft 4 he fell to us. Was there like no middle linebackers up until we draft one? I mean, Nussmeier fell to the Steelers. Yeah. All right, let's advance the week. See who we get in free agency. Hopefully, we get them all. I didn't think they'd be this tough, man. I gave them good offers. Okay, hold on. So, pro day results are out. Okay. What's taking so long? Oh, fuck it. I did it again. God damn it. Oh, I'll have to do that too. Okay, we got Edmonds. Oh, fuck you, Bucks. Fuck. All right. I'm going to bump it up. Because I really wanted him too. Daniel Jones, I mean, I'd like to sign him. All right, so he was looking at what, 1 year? I'm going to say you're young. Let's go 3. You're a future starter too, man. Supposedly. Shit, you're going to be starting for me right away. 3 years. Um, let's just double it. Yeah, let's do that. 4 million a year for a defensive end, starting defensive end. Star rating, 25 years old. I've got some. I got the cap space. I'm still. I can cut the guys. Hopefully, it can improve our run defense. Avoid me having to use a draft pick on one that may or may not. I don't know. Let's do it. All right, Bucks. Okay, I got all. I got all 4. Oh man, I paid more than I thought I was gonna have to, but oh man, that was. Hopefully it doesn't make me look stupid later. But you know, there wasn't that much money. If you think about it, like I think it was good. Good free agency. Okay, so let's. I guess I could just quickly scan through the pro days and whatnot. All right, who? It's okay. So I don't want to look at quarterback, running back. I'll probably look at on my own time. Let's look at wide receivers real quick. Oh fuck! I fucking hate this. Huh. Okay, so I'm probably not going to be looking at anyone in the first round. let's go. Okay, let's start around here. Evan Stewart, 6 foot 175. Okay, pretty decent. See, acceleration elite, change direction good, speed elite. Okay, pretty good speed. Denzel Boston. That's the thing, though. I think with someone like him, I don't think he's going to fall to my second round pick. All right. See, I don't see any elite ratings there. Bryce to Bryce. No, nothing elite there. Ty Robinson. Dude, that's a fucking bust waiting to happen right there. Eric McAllister. Elite jumping. Vertical jump was one overall, but everything else is just shitty. 6'1", 182. Oh, oh, ooh. Okay, elite, elite, elite. Jumping great, speed elite. 6'1", 182. Okay. Oh look, top fit Panthers. I wasn't even paying attention to that. So round 2 to 3, probably. Let's see. Look at that, man. Okay. So his quickness is great. That would explain the elite change of direction, which is nice. See, this is the kind of guy that I usually take flyers on. I'd like him to not flyers necessarily, but 69th. So I could probably get him in my second round pick, and then injury. Okay, as long as it's not an F. I really hope it's not a D. So this might be someone that I scout for. I don't know. I hate that focus scouting shit. I always seem to pick the wrong guys. Okay. Um, I could probably do the rest on my own time here and kind of see what 6'4". Take a quick look at this guy. Nothing stands out. Ooh, Deuce Robinson, 6'5", 225. Being that these are realistic draft classes, I don't think that like you're not gonna get that like basically people made these draft classes kind of like to be realistic, so you're probably not gonna find that one guy in the fifth round that just has like athleticism through the roof who's 6'5", 225 pounds. Because those guys that are like that are probably ranked towards the top because someone created them for realism. But yeah, I'll take a look real quick. On my time, not looking for tight ends. This I'll probably have to do on my time. All the offensive line to see who would be good. Start my draft board with what picks I've got, and then kind of rank each round. See what players kind of stick out. But I'm kind of thinking like maybe like I was been saying, someone that kind of maybe has potential to come in. You never know. Maybe develop down the road. With this progression tool, I was reading a little bit about last night. Like the thing is that you might find like a late round pick, day 3 pick that just really just ranks up a lot based on different factors. So that's kind of nice. So I guess I'm trying to look for guys that might fit that, and that kind of gets me excited, thinking the more late round picks I have, the more darts I can throw, which is pretty realistic to real life at times. All right, defensive end. I'm looking for guys that are close to 300 pounds for the 3-4. Something like this might be someone I looked up ranked 249, so that's way down the depth the board. Wait, was I all the way? Hmm. Yeah, they're see. I don't think he's not going to be there my second round pick. This could be an option. I look into him. I was kind of scanning through defensive tackles throughout the season, and no one really stood out that much for. But again, I'll look at it, look at the pro days and everything. Um, yeah. So cornerback. Okay, so I came here because I was looking at scout percentage. So similar, I'm kind of going to be looking like I did some wide receivers. Going to be looking down here, probably starting around pick 43. Because like I said, I'll look at these guys, but I'm really kind of leaning towards the idea of punting my first round pick to the next year. Well, let's just see here. So let's go down. Yeah, let's look at a couple. Man, these guys are skinny, bro. This guy's okay, 6'2", 202, 6'2". Okay, give me close to 200, man. See, we're already in undrafted free agency here. 6'3", 193. So just based on looking at size alone, uh, this guy. So let's look at him. Elite jumping, elite agility. Um, looks good with quickness, speed. Kind of broad jump and vertical jump, not that great. I don't even know what that translates to, but I think what I usually look for is the shuttle, the three cone, the 40, of course, size. So that's something. Elite jump. So kind of like pretty similar to the last guy, if I'm not mistaken. Not as good of a 40 though, or a three cone drill. But the broad jump is better, whatever that does. I'll have to Google it. Let's see here. 5'11", 5'11", 6 foot. First three cone. Okay, so elite agility, not that great of speed compared to the other guy. And who is the other one? Pricesock. Elite agility. Everything else is great or good. Um, okay, not too bad. Yeah, I mean, so he's got ranked pretty high in broad jump, three cone, and then the 20-yard shuttle. Vertical jump is not too bad compared to some other I saw. They're never going to be that strong. and then not too bad on the 40. So where was he? 87. So yeah, there's definitely some work to be done. I'm going to focus looking at cornerbacks, maybe some safety. Just see if there's someone out there to kind of replace Richardson. May not be needed, but I probably wouldn't mind another young guy. I don't know. I want the whole depth chart to be guys that kind of fit what I'm looking for. So right now Richardson kind of isn't fitting that. Smith Wade isn't fitting that. Josie Jewell isn't, but we signed a guy, so I'll be looking at middle linebackers and outside linebackers who might be able to transition to middle linebacker. Um, defensive end, in everything I've looked, like it just didn't look like it would be something. Just the size wasn't there, like nothing really stood out. Some offensive line, and then more of the wide receivers. See what we got. But I think I'll do that and talk to myself on my own time, not waste YouTube hard drive space, and then come up. I think the next one should be me with like a bit of my draft board, and then start the draft. But yeah, let's look at this. I just thought of something else. Let's look at our guys that we signed. All right, so Daniel Jones comes in as a backup to Bryce. We'll look and see if we want to change his number. I don't like 16. Same speed, almost same acceleration, agility, not as much change of direction, more strength, less awareness. Holy crap, Daniel. Um, Less accuracy. I mean, obviously he's rated less, so, but he's better than Dalton. And I could probably save 3.9 million, but I'm gonna wait until after the progression tool, which will be preseason week 1 to cut anybody. Unless I have to, which I don't think I do because I didn't see any other free agents I really was looking at. Let's see, we signed a left end, Benton. So I'll probably move him to right end. Wearing number 93. Star rating. Yeah, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for his potential. I'm looking forward to it. So we'll play him over here, and probably keep Wharton in the nickel package for pass rush, and then Benton will be the starting over Robinson. Um, unless I just start seeing some, and I'll play with it if we're getting just run down on, I'll put Robinson in, see if that changes anything, but I don't know if it will or not. And then Robinson could be back up to all front three. Let's see here. Here we go, Edmonds. 6'5", 250 freaking pounds, 87 speed. Pretty good athleticism. Block shed, I was hoping to find some of block shed, but I had these targets and I had a certain amount of cap I could spend, and I don't know if it's going to get any better, man. Once we have to re-sign Bryce, I'm going to have to make some sound decisions. So he's got better zone coverage than Anderson does. Huh. Dude, I don't know. I mean, I like Anderson, but maybe that's just my old ways kicking in, where I would user control him, and if I'm watching these, if I'm just the GM, then I don't know. Maybe he can fill in, be the starter, and he could just be a third string, and this guy can go. So okay, and then our fourth signee was McCollum, right there, bam. 6'2", 200 or 199 pounds. Oh, look at that agility, man. I'm excited for him too. We're in number 28. I'm looking forward to that. What number was 49? Ooh, that's kind of a menacing number. That was I always kind of liked 49. I don't think enough players wear number 49, and not enough QBs wear 19. So yeah, cool. I'm excited. I think we did pretty well, and I'm excited for the draft. But I'll create the draft board and hopefully have a fun draft stream to where we kind of just can get started. I can go over the draft board real quick, see the targets, and just kind of get started and go from there and try to enjoy it, but not take forever. But I'll end this here. Have a good one.